Hello and welcome to The Vibe, an online segment produced by the Bedford County Chamber of Commerce, supporting and celebrating the businesses and communities of the Bedford County region. I'm Kelly Goodman Schaefer, and here's what we're talking about today. It's St. Patrick's Week, and what a difference a year makes. 1 year ago, businesses were shut down due to COVID-19. Now the governor has announced the April 4th loosening of some restrictions, including a return to bar service and 75% restaurant capacity, inching closer to what we remember as business as usual. The Chamber will host a St. Patrick's celebration at the Silver Lining Drive-In or weather venue, the Bedford County Airport, Thursday, March 18th.
Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman in the village.
This summer's Byrne and Kelly concert was canceled due to COVID, but their music documentary, Echoes the Story, will show on the big screen at 7:30, including a special message to Bedford County from the Emerald Isle.
Hello Bedford, I'm Ryan Kelly.
And I'm Neil Byrne, and together we are Byrne and Kelly.
Gates open to the Bedford County Fairgrounds at 4:45, and the music starts at 5 o'clock, live with everyone's favorite Irish rock band, Full Kilt. Bandleader Mike Zerbee stopped by the Vibe to preview this long-awaited St. Patrick's celebration.
Busy. Last year, right at St. Patrick's Day, was when the plug was pulled on the whole thing. So we had a long year of jonesing to get out there and play Irish music. Actually had a few private parties outside for people and down around the Bedford area. But other than that, it's been just rehearsing the stuff and trying to write and create arrangements since.
So I know a lot of folks in Bedford County and throughout the region are very familiar with Full Kilt, but for those who are not familiar with you, can you describe your band and the kind of music that you guys play?
Well, it's categorized as Celtic rock. There's a lot of bands that have been doing it on a national scale, like Gaelic Storm and Flogging Molly and things like that. We're kind of a mixed bag of that type of thing. We do traditional jigs and reels like you would hear in a pub in Ireland, which we have done as well. We've actually set in on sessions in Ireland, and those are more traditional things. And then when we do the full band, where you bring in the drums, a full kit of drums, bass guitar, then it becomes more of a rock and roll vibe, to use your term, vibe. It's more of a rock and roll thing, but it still maintains the lead. Most lead instrument is the fiddle, and a little bit of other things as well, but the bowron, which is an Irish drum, and things like that. But it does definitely have a rock and roll feel to it whenever you add all that.
How did you decide to play Irish music? Is it in your blood?
Well, I was in several rock and roll bands over the years, and my brother had been interested in Irish music. He'd go to festivals and things like that, but we never attended. Molly and I never attended. But at one point, we decided, okay, what the heck, we would attend this Irish festival up in the mountains in New York. And while I'm sitting there listening to these performers, I said, I can do this, and it's fun. I got to Jones to do it then. I wanted to play this kind of music because everybody seems to have a good time and things like that. So then I came back and found some musicians that were still in the rock and roll bands with us, and we started other projects, and it just took off from there.
What do you think it is that make people really love Irish music?
Well, my favorite is the jigs. The jigs are something that's da 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 da. It's hard to be not smiling and having fun when you're hearing that kind of music. And then when you add to it the rock and roll, it seems to bring on even more energy. But it's just that melodic type of music that you get when you listen to the Irish music and the Celtic music. It's because obviously there's a slight different tone to the Scottish versions of it. Mm-hmm. And in Newfoundland and in Nova Scotia, there's a Cape Breton feel to it. It just appeals to all of us in the band. The four members of the band all have the same feel for that kind of thing.
It seems to me too, like Irish music, Irish singers and bands love to tell stories. Irish music is a storytelling art.
Yes, there's an amusing story about that. Was the song called Whiskey in the Jar.
Yep.
I think you may have heard it by Metallica, which is a very dark version of this
Yes.
compared to what we do. But the idea of the whiskey in the jar was to your point, you couldn't leave the party as long as there was still whiskey in the jar. So that was the idea of the song. And you could tell stories, you could tell jokes, you could have a good time or dance, play music. But you're not allowed to leave the Kaylee. So as long as there's whiskey.
Well, the other thing I think is really cool about Irish music is it lends itself to singing along.
Yes, it does.
The Irish love sing-alongs.
Very much so. And Full Kilt's a pretty good example of that because when we first started doing this in Bedford and Altoona, and I don't think there was a whole lot of people that knew the genre. And I was always amazed because we'd be singing Gaelic Storm Song, for instance, and they'd be singing along with me, while I'm singing, because as the vocalist, you're kind of and you see people out there singing the song, and they probably ever heard Gaelic Storm do this song, so they've heard it from us. But it's like you say, it's just songs that are easy to sing. You get the vibe for it, and you do it.
What are you looking forward to the most about this 1 year later from all the shutdowns and getting out there and just playing and welcoming spring with us?
Well, we're definitely looking forward to it. It's like we're rehearsing once or twice a week. We enjoy playing the music in the garage, but it's nothing like being out there performing for an audience and seeing you, like you said, you catch the vibe back from them the same as they get from you. And it's really, really good to do. We're looking so forward to it.
Awesome. So we want everyone to wear their green and their smiles. And let's cross our fingers that we get a beautiful day like that on March 18th. But even if we don't, we'll have a great spot to see you and to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and hopefully celebrate at least getting through most of what's been the year that was not, right?
Correct.
Thank you so much for your time. We really tickets for the St. Patrick's celebration are just $10, available online or at the door. Guests will also enjoy food truck fare and beverages for sale from Old Bedford Brewing Company and Bella Terra Vineyards. So put on your green and join the shenanigans Thursday, March 18th from 5 to 9 p.m. Thank you to our corporate sponsors, Penwood Ophthalmic Associates, Timber Ridge Chiropractic, and Lynn Ash. Additional sponsorships are available by calling the Chamber office at 623-2233. Or learn more online at bedfordcountychamber.com. Later this week on The Vibe, we'll look at more Irish connections to Bedford County on St. Patrick's Day as Bedford County's year-long 250th anniversary celebration continues. Then Friday, we'll take a closer look at another new networking opportunity, this one online with a very special series of Zoom mixers featuring a local version of The Masked Singer. Just wait till you see some of the local community leaders behind those masks. Look for The Vibe Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Facebook, YouTube, and bedfordcountychamber.com. Ask us how you can become a sponsor of this program, and special thanks to our Founders Circle members for your community leading support of the Chamber mission. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.